You know, it wasn't long after I got converted and after I made the restitution, I started seeing within me a root of sin, the Adamic nature, and it started troubling me because it wanted to rear up its ugly head. Sometimes it will show up in a little type of pride that I cannot explain now. Sometimes it will show up in an ungodly ambition within me. Sometimes it was just that I felt the selfishness and self-centeredness within me. I had no doubt I was saved on that night of April feast in 1964. I had no doubt I was a child of God. As for the outward external sins, I had been delivered. And I could sing with other believers. The things I used to do, I do them no more. The houses of a party or whatever it is I used to go, I go there no more. And in those days, I used to have a particular knicker, very, very short. It was almost like going naked. I had some clothes that, you know, to unbutton them and loose them, you have to actually lock the door and spend some minutes because, you know, they were really tight. You know, where God has changed me so much now that you can't see that thing of the past. You see, all these things were corrected. And yet I saw within me that there was something that needed to be removed. And I began to listen to the holiness preachers. And they began to show me the word of God. That the word of God says God is holy and you must be holy. That from the very lips of Jesus we are told, be ye perfect because your Father in heaven is perfect. That the great Apostle Paul told us, follow peace with all men and holiness without which no man shall see the Lord. And that Peter, that great apostle in the early church, also said that you must be holy as it is written because God is holy. And John, beloved, reminded us that we must be full of love because perfect love casts out every form of fear. And I could see the testimonies of the men of God in the Bible. People like Joseph in the Old Testament. No flaw, no blemish in their lives recorded in the Bible. I could see the life of Samuel in the Old Testament. Like the white lily growing from the dirty mud, he was white without any speck of dust upon him. I could see the cry of David in the Old Testament. His sin was I born in, and his sin did my mother conceive me. Wash me with hyssop and I shall be clean. Cleanse me, oh Lord, I want to be clean, he said, and he prayed. I read about Isaiah because in the year that King Uzziah died, he saw the train of the temple filled up. And he saw the angel of the Lord crying, holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. And he began to cry. He was a preacher, he was saved, he was a man of God, but he said, I am undone because I'm unclean. I live among the people of unclean lips. And I could read how the angel came and touched you with a life coat and said, your sin is purged away, your iniquity is taken away. I could read in the prophecy of Ezekiel àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ sí kẹ́ni. That says I will sprinkle clean water upon you and ye shall be clean.
Lórí pé èmi ó fi omi mímọ́ wọn yẹn yóò sì mọ́.
And I will cleanse you from all the filthiness.
Èmi ó sì wẹ̀ yín kúrò nínú gbogbo èrí.
I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh and give you the heart of flesh.
Èmi ó mú ọkàn òkúta kúrò nínú ọkàn yín, èmi ó sì fi ọkàn yẹn rọ́pò rẹ̀.
I will put my spirit within you and you will walk in my statutes.
Èmi ó fi ẹ̀mí mi sínú yẹn ó sì máa rìn nínú ìlànà mi.
I could read from Hosea.
Mo lè kà láti inú
That says, seek the Lord until the holiness of God, the righteousness of God will flood you like rivers of water.
Tó wí pé ẹ wá Olúwa títí òdodo rẹ̀ yóò fi rọ̀jò sórí yín bí ìṣàn odò mi.
And I could follow Jesus Christ to the room where I was praying for the disciples.
Mo lè tẹ̀lé Jésù Kristi lọ sí yàrá níbi tó ti ń gbàdúrà fún àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀yìn.
I have given them your word, he prayed.
Mo ti fi ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ fún wọn ní ó gbàdúrà.
The world has hated them.
Ayé ti kórìíra wọn.
Because they are not of the world.
Nítorí pé wọn kì í ṣe ti ayé.
And then he said, sanctify them.
Ó sì wí pé sọ wọ́n di mímọ́.
Sanctify them.
Sọ wọ́n di mímọ́.
That they may be
Kí wọ́n
one.
lè jẹ́ ọ̀kan.
As we are
Bí àwa
one.
ti jẹ́ ọ̀kan.
And I can see the
Mo
Hebrews
sì lè rí àwọn ará
where the
Hébérù.
apostle told the believers
Nígbà tí àpọ́sítélì tó sọ fún àwọn
that Jesus
onígbàgbọ́.
Christ, that he might sanctify the believers, he died and shed his own blood.
Wípé kí Jésù Kristi bá lè sọ àwọn onígbàgbọ́ di mímọ́, ó sì fúnra rẹ̀ jìyà ó ta ẹ̀jẹ̀ rẹ̀
And I
sílẹ̀.
began to pray for this sanctification.
Wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbàdúrà fún ìsọdi mímọ́
I began
yìí.
to call upon the
Mo
Lord.
bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí képe Olúwa.
I even know the day.
Mo tilẹ̀ mọ ọjọ́ náà.
On the 17th of November 1965.
Ní ọjọ́ kẹtàdínlógún oṣù karùn-ún
As I consecrated myself to the
Mo
Lord.
ṣe jọ̀wọ́ ara mi fún
As I
Olúwa.
yielded myself to the
Mo
Lord.
ṣe ara mi sọ́dọ̀
And I
fún
said,
Olúwa.
oh Lord, come and sanctify me.
Mo wípé Olúwa wá sọ mí di mímọ́.
Come and remove the Adamic nature.
Wá mú ẹ̀dá Ádámù
The
kúrò.
fear of man, remove it away from me.
Wá mú ẹ̀rù ènìyàn kúrò nínú mi.
All this self-centeredness, take it away from me.
Gbogbo ìmọ̀tara ẹni nìkan yìí wá mú kúrò nínú mi.
It was in my room.
Nínú yàrá mi ni.
P3 Azikwe Hall, University of Ibadan.
Ní gbọ̀ngàn Azikwe ní University of
Where I
Ibadan.
knelt down beside my
Mo
bed.
kúnlẹ̀ ní ẹ̀bẹ̀
And the Lord sanctified me.
Olúwa sì sọ mí di
And
mímọ́.
I want to tell you the joy was so
Mo
much.
sì fẹ́ sọ fún ìpé ayọ̀ náà.
The victory was great.
Ìṣẹ́gun náà
My
tóbi.
heart was light.
Ọkàn mi
The
fúyẹ́.
joy of the Lord doubled within me.
Ayọ̀ Olúwa wá lépo nínú ọkàn mi.